Welcome. Good to be back, everybody.
Welcome.
Hello, everybody.
So, we are going to be playing Torchbearer. And this is Season 2. It's the fall season. Or fall, I guess the season's fall, but it's a continuation of our Season 1 adventure set 10 years later. So it's kind of a reboot, if you will, as a result of a TPK. Yeah, I guess my name's Sean. This is everyone else. Say hi, friends.
Hello. Hi,
Hello.
I'm Chris. Just so you know my voice, it's me.
All right.
It's me, Tyler. Some people think I was on Chapo Trapos. I was not.
Wait,
I'm
you weren't?
Steve. Hello.
Tyler, I don't think we can be friends anymore.
Oh no!
You can't lie about being on Chapo.
No, he said he
No,
wasn't.
People
I know.
said people thought I was,
Including me.
I dispelled the rumor.
All right, well, I'll allow it.
All right.
Just guess one thing on Roll20. Can you guys change your nameplates to the character that you are?
Yeah.
And after that, I guess I'll talk about the kind of campaign, what previously happened, then kind of where we're at, and then we'll talk about our characters. So I guess, yeah, last time it could be summarized as the following. A group of adventurers set out to go see a town that hasn't been seen for the or hasn't been heard word of for the past 10 or so years. They went there. There was just that there was the bandit infested roadway, and they're having a struggling time, having troubles with the forest. They went and tried to deal with some stuff, cleared some bandits, and trade started picking up a little bit. But then the town of Crowthorne went quiet again for like 50, or not 50, for like another 10 years. So there hasn't been any word, and that's kind of where we were at. Chris's mentor, his name is
It's Adrid.
Yeah, Adrid. Adrid, I think the healer. He's a ranger, much like Chris, because your mentors are your same class as you are. And he tasked Elfwin to go to Crowthorne because the bow of the Silver Seal, which unlocks the citadel of elves, was last seen. As heard rumors that it was last seen in the vault in the guild house. So to go seek it out because it was traded away, but hasn't made its way back up during the Exodus 10 or so years ago when a fire raged Crowthorne. And so a lot of people went up to Crossroads Keep after a fire raged through the town.
Sorry about that.
Did you hit a gong?
Yeah.
So now that we have kind of the backstory, well, let's introduce our characters and why you went or why you're joining this quest. Start with Elfwin, the leader of this troop?
Yeah. So I am Elfwin. My family's name is Alpheus. My parents are Pell and Ailston Alpheus. And we, all of us, live in Alfheim, the sacred ancient home of the elves. But the issue is, about 50 years ago now, if I recall correctly, something happened, and Alfheim was sealed off from the outside world. So I was outside at the time, and so there's been a small community of exiles basically living near the forest where I've been living for the last few years. Now the problem is I'm part of a Rangers Order, the Rangers of the Silver Seal, and it's our mission to protect the forest from outsiders and all that kind of thing. Learn the things about the forest and all the kind of stuff that you expect rangers to do, keep travelers safe, etc., and mostly just promote forests and foresty type things around the world. But so the leader of my troop has a bow, or rather had a bow, and that's the key to unlocking the seal that keeps the community locked away in times of danger. Now the problem is we don't know where he is. He's been missing ever since the place was sealed. So we've been looking for him, and although we haven't found him, we have heard a rumor that his bow might have been seen in the ruins of a town called Crowthorn, which was near something that once was a deep and ancient wood. So I've gathered a group together of capable adventurers to try and retrieve the bow and unlock the seal to my home, but more generally to restore nature to the wilderness near Crowthorn, because it's been ravaged by some vile illness. And, it's my job as a ranger to fix that. But of course, first things first, we want to get the bow because, my people have been separated for 50 years now, and it's starting to be quite a long time, even for elves. 50 years is okay. Maybe we should start doing something about this.
All right. Thanks. Roman, why did you join up with this cause?
Nope. Sorry, push talk. Hi, I'm Roman, the thief of the party. I came from Aldenport. Had a very crappy upbringing, always getting stepped on and the like. My family was always looked down upon, and I just needed to get out of this predicament. Obviously, money helps with that. But I just have a really bad grudge against the nobles of the city, and I just want to make a name for myself. And I guess I met Alfwin. What's your name again?
Yeah, Elfwin, I guess, would be. Yeah, AE. You can say an E, I guess, in this case.
I guess I met Alfwin in Altenport, or on the road, and he was looking for help. And right now, I just need the money, and I'm pretty young. I'm only 15, and we'll just see where the venture takes me.
All right. Thank you. Is it Corbusier?
Corbusier.
Okay, I'm gonna have to write down the phonetical spelling of that one. But yeah, why did you join up this group?
Got tired of running an architecture firm.
Well, I'm a sailor of the sea. I've been on the ocean for a very long time since I was a young lad. Under the arm of my mentor Heems, taught me the ways of the ocean. He taught me. Sorry, push to talk is very interesting. He taught me that being paranoid is just simply having all the facts. I've run into some very strange things out on the sea. Although a few weeks ago we hit the Shattership Bay, in which our entire crew, including him, all got separated. I'm just simply looking for my crew. Hopefully these new friends I made will help me along the way.
Okay. So
I have no interest in local politics or nobles or anything. I'm just simply here to help friends, and hopefully we'll have a long-lasting bond. What friends on land? What is that if not just a crew on one big unmoving ocean?
Okay. Yeah, awesome. Excellent. Yeah. I guess can we just go over it again and say what your character looks like? Because I think we
totally
know what
skipped
you
that
got, we got to know what you're about, but don't know what each of you guys look like.
I guess I'll start. I have a very small ponytail in the back, and my hair is like um, lower down to my eyes. It's like cropped to my left and right side. I have a blue coat, and I have an orange sash. I have long, big boots. I'm a bit of a smaller guy, and I just have like white skin and brown hair.
Okay. I'm actually on the short side for an elf. I'm fairly stocky, but capable and still fairly, lithe. I don't know how to say that word. Lithe or lithe?
Lithe.
Is it lithe?
It's live.
Lithe?
Oh, wait.
Oh no. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
I don't know anymore.
Adjectives.
When you go to bed, you lie down.
You ask a
I
group
lie
get
down.
ask a group get
I'll-
4 spellings.
I can look it up later. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Live.
I'm an elf. It doesn't matter. You know what elves look like. Pointy ears, fairly fair skinned, a little like tanned in complexion because I spend a lot of time out on the road, especially now. But dark black hair. I have because it's the fashion now. I've shaved up all the way up the side of my head, and I've got my hair in not a top knot, but like a braid that goes down my back. So there you go.
I'm just a tall, 7-foot tall man with a leather frock and a large scarf. I also have a short cut hair, and I wear fingerless gloves.
Oh yeah.
All right. I guess the things that separate Torchbearer from other people is that we have beliefs, instincts, and goals, like from regular D&D folks. So beliefs, instincts, goals, how you get rewards. So Elfwin, what's your beliefs, instincts, goals?
Okay. My belief is a forest is in ruin and it's everyone's responsibility. My goal, I guess I have to change my goal because I'm gonna make it find the bow in the ruins of Growthorn. And my instinct is to always blaze a new trail.
Okay, perfect. Cabusier? Belief, instinct, goal?
Well, my belief is that glory above honor, and my instinct is to always assess the danger when presented with a threat. And currently, right now, my goal is to find my crewmates, find my mentor, Find my lover. Find my friend.
Okay. Roman, what's your belief, instinct, and goal?
Belief. The function of the people is to rise against suffering. Goal, to make it to Crowthorne. Instinct, look for danger when in... Yeah, just look for danger.
Since yours is kind of the same as Tyler's, though, eh?
Wait, which one?
Your instinct. Wasn't that like basically what Tyler's was? I'm just saying, like, you guys probably shouldn't overlap.
What's your belief? What's your instinct?
No, your instinct.
What's your instinct?
I just look for danger.
Tyler's is assess the situation. I believe, because we talked about it, it was about assessing, kind of using his hunter trait to assess monsters, like sizing up enemies and foes. Is that
Okay.
Is that correct?
No, it's no problem. Yeah,
that's accurate.
Okay.
And then yours is more about like looking out for danger.
Yeah, just looking out for danger.
Well, I could change mine to be like look like a cool guy at all times.
No, I actually like yours, Tyler. I was thinking, Steve, I might maybe have one that's like retreat to camp when necessary or something along those lines. Because I want to try out a play loop that can keep us fresh. Because you're like a thief, eh? So like, it would make more sense.
I'm down for anything.
Retreat to camp when things look rough, kind of idea. Might be a good idea.
Cool, let's test it. I'll do that.
Yeah, because like I said, I want to try it and see how it works for us.
All right. So I guess one to note is that Arneb, our friend, he can't make it. He's out biking until he plays when it rains most of the time. So I think, yeah, we're gonna start. Opening scene. So you guys come up. You're making your way south from Crossroads Keep through the Badlands, an area of attractive land that is windy with kind of cliffs and shrub, and it is known for just being dangerous. But as you exit the Badlands, ahead of you, after like the path winds and the cliff opens up to sky, as you see like blackened skies. The whole kind of western side is blackened, and it's like looks like in a state of constant rain. The Elfheim, the forest is much smaller than it was, and you see burnt out trees sticking out before a much smaller, kind of in the distance, smoke-filled, kind of like constantly smoking forest. Ahead of you, only a short distance away, is the ruins of Crowthorne. Its gates crumbling, and its walls burnt down. Over to the west, in front of the blackened sky, you see a castle sitting kind of maybe like a couple of miles, and over to the east, a fair distance, you can kind of see the spires of a black cathedral. And yeah, so the path winds and snakes through the hills to the gates of Crowthorne ahead of you. Yeah. The gates of Crowthorne themselves, there's a log that sits across it, and a kind of carved crow that's balancing atop this log. Yeah. So you guys are at the gates of Crowthorne. What do you do?
All right. So let me just explain to you what my plan is. I'm gonna say this out of character, but you can assume I'm speaking maybe I'm speaking in character. So we're all fresh right now, you know, and so if we stay that way longer, when we do get into trouble, it'll be better, right? Because obviously we will get into trouble sooner or later. So there is a basically, I will use my instinct to scout ahead, and we'll try to gain checks. And then if we any kind of problems we end up with, we'll try and gain checks through that as well. And then once we've gone 2 turns, like we spent 2 actions, and we can try to extend this, by the way. So if you have like an instinct, right? My instinct for scouting ahead means we don't have to make a check, right? Or sorry, it doesn't take up like a turn on the grind. And then once we have that, we can gain some checks, and then we can use like Tyler's thing as well. And then once we get to 3 turns, or sorry, we spend the 3rd turn returning to camp, so that we don't let the grind hit, basically. And then once we get back, we can spend the checks on whatever we need to do.
We lose fresh on grind, right? As long as we don't get to the grind, we keep fresh.
Oh, I assume if we get something from some other, like if we get like a condition from some other source, we lose it as well, right, Sean?
Yeah, that's correct. So fresh, yeah, will give you +1 die on anything, any test. You have it, but if you gain another condition, you are no longer fresh. That's even if the grind ticks over, you get hungry and thirsty. Even if you have water to eat right away, you were hungry and thirsty, so it gets rid of fresh. And then, getting rid of hungry and thirsty, you're just at your neutral state, no longer fresh-faced adventurers.
Yeah, and then you can regain fresh if you go to town
and pay your
and
bills.
you pay your bills.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And obviously cure all your other conditions.
have no
So,
conditions, pay your bills. Yeah.
And yeah, so I've got backup plans for when we try it once we are no longer fresh. But for now, we'll just try this. Okay, so I am going to. I guess that's us. We're the unicorn, eh?
So let me describe what is ahead of you. I actually have prepared a little drawing. All right. So the gates stand before you. There's buildings. There's like probably more than like a dozen or so buildings kind of crumbling behind. There's like I guess embankment with spikes that have long been burnt out. And all of this have been seeing fire. The walls themselves were made of wood, at least on the northern section of the city. So there's like a gatehouse kind of stands nearish to the gate. And that's what you could see right now. So what are you guys doing?
That looks terrifying.
Why did you bring us to a gate that leads to nothing?
Well, the town, there was town walls before, but they've been knocked down over time. All right, I'm gonna use my instinct to always blaze a new trail and try and scout the entrance, like around the gate, to see what's here.
I mean, you can just walk around the gate. So
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna walk around.
Which direction?
I want to scout out.
You gonna walk around the right side
Right.
or the left side?
Always right.
Well, hold on a minute. Can I carefully check both sides?
Yeah, actually. So if you go, I guess, to the left side and look into it, you can kind of see a bunch of buildings, kind of in a state of disrepair. They're mostly just the foundations. Kind of nearish to the gate, there's a broken shrine. So it's like on this pedestal and probably some carvings, but you can't really make out the words 'cause it's too far. And there used to be kind of a person with a shield extended and their hand raised, but the statue's been collapsed on over to its side. So rubble fills the streets and is choked with ash. So some of the foundations remain, and the wall kind of, instead of being burnt out, you kind of transitions into a kind of like a stone wall on the southern side. So on the right side, you can kind of see a building. It's half of the building's kind of like decayed in on itself, and you can kind of see into the building slightly. It's kind of like it's kind of dark there, but yeah, it looks like it used to be kind of like apartments, like little like areas that people can go in. Looks like it used to be like a good, like the part that's not half like torn down. It looks like the outside was like ornately carved. And I guess through the gates themselves, you can kind of make out a marketplace, and in the center there's a well, and a gibbet stands near the well, with what looks like some figure kind of like slumped inside it. I guess this is when you see someone run from the right side, kind of hunched over, and they're just like running west, kind of like west and north, and they see you and they turn even further west, and they're like running.
Hmm.
I'm gonna chase after them.
Yeah, let's follow him.
They see you start to give chase, and instead of flee, they just drop to their knees as you like come closer, and they start like saying like, "Please don't hurt me, please." What you see is the clothes hanging on this man's body like old laundry, and muck and blood stain his tunic. He has an old, twisted body, and he's clasping his hands together as you approach. He says, "Please don't hurt me, please." And as he kind of wipes away like tears and mud from his eyes to get a better look at you, and he says, "Oh, thank heavens! Don't bring me back to them."
Bring you back to who?
He says, "The pigmen. They're stalking the streets of the ruin. I'm trying to escape." And he like coughs up a little bit of blood because it's like he noticed like his mouth's bleeding. He says, "Hurry!" And he stands up. And he's like trying to like hobble off.
Wait, man, old man, what's your name? Come back here.
Can I roll Lore Master to see if I know who these pigmen are, if I remember them anywhere?
Yeah. The man says, "My name's Akant." And he says, "The pigmen, they're somewhere." And I don't remember. What else did you ask me?
I asked, listen, we're here because we want to lift the curse here. But in order to do that, I need to find the bow that was in the ruins of Crowthorn. Have you heard of it?
And he shakes his head. "I'm sorry, I can't help you. I've never heard of anything like that. They're playing tricks, the pigmen, in those ruins. Don't trust what you see. Be careful." And Corbusier, you can make a lore master test to see if you've heard about the pigmen before.
Oh, right.
But while I look up the rules, Elfwin, what are you thinking about when he tells you this?
What am I thinking about?
Yeah, why not?
I'm thinking about like whether or not these pigmen might, be protecting the treasure that they found. If they're stalking the streets around here, they must have a reason.
Okay. So you want to know something about the pigmen. Is that correct? Corbusier?
I did, yeah.
Like what exactly? Just like you've heard about them before and you want to like know like a fact or
Pretty much.
story?
Just need to jog my memory to see if I remember these guys from any stories I may have heard while I was out on my journey.
Okay.
You hear a lot when you're out at sea.
I'm gonna say it's Ob 2. Lore Master.
Okay, and I'm going to pop a persona for this one.
Okay, yeah. So these pigmen are kind of associated with like just like like you got to be like willing to be cursed to become one of these men, and they're kind of like half breeds between like a swine and a man, and their skin kind of turns like a sickly green. They work as mercenaries for various kind of I guess cults, for lack of a better word, just like small religious organizations uh, dedicated to spreading chaos in the world.
So are these people that were like willingly cursed and turned into half pigmen, or were these the result of cursed breeding?
The stories you've heard are kind of a bit of both. Those things sort of going on.
And what does that mean? Like, you really want to be cursed in order to be a pig? Like, does that mean like a weak mental state would allow you to be cursed easily, or are these people like going to an organization that has cursed them in promise of some good?
These are great questions. These are great questions. These are the questions that you have on your mind as you recall the stories, because they're a lot. All of them are confusing.
Guys, these pigmen, I think I've heard of them before. These guys are either the biggest rubes or brilliant tacticians. It's really hard to tell.
What do you think? Having read the stories, where which one do you think
I
is more
I
true?
I think these people probably were promised something. Although, to be fair, most of my experience with pigs has been like fat rations and cans on board ships. So I don't have many strong opinions about pigs. If these guys are being jerks, I hate them.
There is no evil to which someone will not sink when they're desperate, I say, with my wise elfin demeanor.
All right.
Also, they're ugly too. Why would you choose to look like that?
You said it, not me.
Ugly, ugly pigmen. Rude too if they're harassing this guy covered in blood.
I talked to the guy. I say, "Do you have someplace safe that you could run off to?"
He
He was
says,
probably running to it.
anywhere but here, as he notes that you guys aren't like kind of like following him. He's kind of like half like trying to like he takes a step and he's like trying to like you gotta like leave, and he kind of like wipes his face down and he's like catches his breath and he says, well, good luck, I guess, and he like runs away.
To you as well.
All right, well, goodbye.
You kind of see him like as he hobbles away, like half wave.
I don't think pigmen are notoriously slow, so I think they probably gave up on him. Actually, probably actually very safe.
The only way to save people in this forest is to save the forest itself.
Do we see the pigmen anywhere?
Not in sight. No. You're not quite anywhere. Like you're like at the gate of the ruins. You can't really see much besides like broken buildings and the like.
Okay.
Do you move forward to get a better look to see if you could see the pigment?
Yeah. Sorry, what were you saying, Kyle?
Say, can I climb some of the rubble to see if I can see them from afar?
Yeah. You can climb the rubble to see them. Sure. So you're trying to get a look at pigmen, possibly hiding in the ruins. Is that what I'm getting at here?
Yeah.
All right. So it sounds like it's a scout test.
I do not have scouts, so this will be a beginner's luck test.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have Scout. I also have an instinct relating to Scout. It's okay.
So
And I think I would like to use scout against myself.
that's not how the traits work.
Oh shit. Okay.
Use a
Well,
trait.
it's not
Yeah.
traits. It's, oh, my bad. I just want to rack up those points to get that scout money.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm just trying to look for my character. I'm a little bit disorganized. Do I not know things? Okay, so I'll be rolling. I'll be rolling 4 dice.
So that's ob 4 then, or
Is that all 4?
No, you just put ob 0, but it's against 4 dice.
oh boy.
So how are you using? Are you not using a trait against yourself then? I guess. All right.
No. I just wanted to get good at scout.
All right. It's a tie.
No, that was his lore master.
Oh, never mind. Now you're.
Pop a fate, Charlie. Or Boozier.
I will.
You could roll another one, because you got 2 6s.
So yeah, they had 2 6s, and then also that rolled a 6.
Yes, you have another one again.
So I rolled 2.
No, just one more.
Well, no, I rolled. I rolled both my fates. I'm out of fates.
What? No, you spent one fate, and you have to roll 2 dice.
You get
So
to
you
roll
have 2
all
sixes,
6s.
and then you rolled another 6, so you get another dice for free.
Oh, jeez.
Now you get
Yeah, you
another
can do
one
another
for free.
Yes!
Now you get
keep
another
going.
one for free.
Yes!
And now you get another one for free. Okay. You only spent one fate,
That's one
Beautiful.
fate, yes. Oh, man.
so that's 7 successes.
What do I see? I
With
must
your-
be in a lot of carrots because I can see something.
With your eagle-like eyes, I guess.
Does he get 2 successes on his scout test?
No, he marks 1. But
Yeah, unfortunately, it's mostly overkill, but hey, better than nothing, right?
Yeah, you see, buildings in a state of kind of decay, half burnt out, and in the kind of guild hall ruins near like the southeast section, you can kind of see like forms like hiding in the shadows and trying to like not like be seen in like the second story window overlooking the well and the man in the gibbet. I guess you also see like some footprints that are obviously kind of not normal man-sized near the well itself, kind of in the muck. And yeah, you see also yeah, and you can kind of see like the man in like the gibbet just like slumped unconscious as you kind of hear from like down there. It's like, help me, help me.
Well, friends, I can confirm he was indeed telling the truth. There are pigmen. This was not a ruse. And it looks like somebody's in danger over there in the gibbet.
Oh, you could totally tell he's not like he's completely like slumped over and unconscious, not making those noises. That's maybe I wasn't explaining that enough.
Well, there's somebody unconscious in there. I can't tell if they're dead, but somebody is in fact screaming for help. Do you think these pigmen are related to your bow, Elfwin?
I'm just gonna be like further back from the team here. Like I feel like it's a trap, so I'm just gonna be like further back.
Yeah. If you'll peruse the GIF that I've posted in the chat, you will see my opinion on the matter. Anyway, yeah, that's obviously a trap. Okay, let's go and go scout it. Let's go like have a look at where the pigmen are. Let's not walk directly into the trap, but instead.
So was that 2 turns, the lore master test and then the scout test?
Yeah, that's 2.
Okay. Oh yeah, by the way, you should have the ability to move any of the tokens on the board.
Okay. All right, so that's 2 tests. We should, in theory, be trying to make camp then, because that'll be a check. So we didn't get any checks against ourselves, though. So I guess that will not happen. So, I mean, we may as well just keep going, because, like, yeah, if we use 2 actions without actually getting any checks. So let's just keep going without it then. And I'm going to go scout out where the pigmen are.
Okay, so like, are you making your way like around the wall?
Yeah, I'm going to go around the wall rather than going through the town, because, that's where they've set up the trap, right? So
yeah, I'll follow him then.
Well, I'm coming, of course.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys make your way around the wall. I'm gonna say you've avoided detection because they're not obviously looking in that direction. They're waiting for someone to go save someone from the gibbet. It's like that cage that stands and forces the guy to stand. But yeah, so they're not like looking that way. But so you can make your way south. So when the building, yeah, so like as you make your way around the wall, so like on the eastern side, like the burnt out lack of wall kind of becomes wall, and but it's kind of crumbling as well, for the most part. Yeah, it actually like becomes a wall, kind of, in that sense, around here. I'll draw it. kind of like this. You see, and there's like ruined buildings here.
Okay.
So you can come
So
around
the-
this sense. Are you like gonna go and continue?
Sorry, which one of the Guildhall ruins were they in? The pigmen. Was this one here?
It's the one's kind of southeast.
The one I'm pinging?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going. Okay, I see. So can we like try and sneak in like here through this gap in the wall?
Yeah. I guess through the gap in the wall, you're actually able to see a camp behind the guild house. Like a set of like, you see 2 tents. But if they're arranged in a circle, there would surely be a third tent.
Okay.
So are you gonna like sneak up on them? Is your plan?
Yeah.
So like how far up? Like do you want to like go and try to like sneak up into the second story of the Guildhall ruin, or do you want to like sneak up into the camp?
Maybe up into the ruins so they can maybe try and overhear them and see if they're saying anything interesting.
Okay. Are you using your instinct? Is it to scout ahead?
Yeah, well, it's to blaze a new trail. I don't know if that qualifies. We haven't been here yet, but
I don't know. I'm gonna say not really. But yeah, okay. So we're gonna go scout.
Okay.
I'm gonna be rolling 4 dice as well.
okay.
Do you want help?
No, that's okay.
Are you using a trait against yourself in some way?
I am. I'm gonna use calm against myself because I'm completely convinced that we have evaded detection, and I'm not. I'm not taking my due precaution.
Okay. So what's your dice pool looking like?
Hold on. So it's 2, and then I use the trait against myself, so I get -1 success, right?
Traits are minus
Or
1
sorry.
die.
-1 die. Okay, so I just have 1 die then.
Okay. Somehow
rolled 0 dice. There you go.
2 successes. Okay. As you like make your way up to where the beastmen are, kind of like on a external stair, you note that not only is there possibly 1 or 2 beastmen like upstairs, you see the tent flap open in the camp. So like you are kind of caught in between where the camp is and the Guildhall ruins. The beastman like comes out and he's like snarls and spits and bends over and tries to like light a light a campfire going. He doesn't quite see you yet.
Okay. So so we're upstairs. Where are we?
Yeah, you're like in the guild hall. I don't know how to shrink this down. So yeah, you're upstairs in the guild hall. You're kind of like on the stairs. It's kind of like blocked off by the railing. It's kind of like obscuring the vision. But you note that the tent flap opened and guy went ugh, like spit and like kind of like bumbled over to the campsite and he's like he's like yelling to get someone else to get up.
Okay, so basically what you're saying is we can't go back down the stairs because they'll see us.
Yeah, you mean you can go back down the stairs, but they'll definitely see you.
Okay, and are there people like up top in the ruins as well?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you can like
Okay,
hear
so we're kind of
you heard them, but they're like too quiet for you to hear. Like that's what they're saying.
damn.
It's the guild hall itself is made of like upstairs kind of has like like that motel walkway that leads into several rooms.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it is on the first
because
floor.
it's like because the walls are all broken out, basically.
No, it's like this one building's like the one building that was seemingly untouched.
Oh, okay, interesting.
By the destruction. But I guess like most of the southern half of this place was like untouched by like fire. It's built with the stone. Yeah, and so like the first floor had like a kind of like more like warehousey like areas or like work areas. What else do I want to say about this building? Probably just that for now. Yeah, just that. Like, there's no windows, but you can see that like there's definitely a couple of the doors on the kind of hall. I guess it's like an outside hall. It's basically a motel, but some of the doors are opened on this side. And there's a few of them that are closed.
Okay. So basically, if we go up the stairs and like sneak along, like they might well see us from the camp anyway. But if we go down the stairs, they'll definitely see us.
Yeah.
Or at least that's how it appears.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing stopping you from sneaking, but it's definitely gonna be that they'll have a chance to see you.
All right. Let's keep going up the stairs then, and maybe start looking at the rooms on the second level. I tell the two guys behind me to keep low and keep quiet while we do.
All right.
Read on.
I guess like the first room is a locked door, and it's like right at the top of the stair, like right to the left of the top of the stair. So you could potentially try to interact with it without having to make a sneak test.
All right, let's do that.
So the door is it's kind of like a wooden door. You trying to like open the handle, like the latch, whatever, very quietly. You notice that it's locked. It's definitely locked or jammed.
So I did bring a thief along for a reason. Hint, hint.
Push to talk.
What exactly are we doing here? Like, do we need to get these guys out of here?
What's going on?
Open the door. There's a locked door.
Oh, yeah.
This is the exact reason you're here.
I bring out my thieves tools, and I do what I've done hundreds of times, and just try to unlock this door.
Okay, it's gonna be an obstacle 1 test.
Well, what skill is that again?
Oh, sorry, it's criminal. Sorry,
Criminal?
I'm not doing my job.
And we're not fresh anymore, right?
I know you're still fresh.
This will hit the grand will hit after this, but that's okay.
Did you get a check, Chris, last time?
I did, yes. I think I put it on my character sheet.
There's like a little the unicorns are the checks. If you wanna, you can. Keep
Oh,
track of
okay.
them.
I did it on my character sheet, but I can, if I do it on here, that'll be better. Let's just do that.
I think tracking conditions and stuff on here would probably be better because you can see.
Yeah,
them.
I agree. Because like getting into there is a bit too much work.
Holy crap, that was close.
You're a little bit unfamiliar with this kind of lock, and you can almost see like the person turning around on the campsite, but you like manage to unlock it and like open the door.
I
And
whisper
stay real low.
hundreds of times. Did this hundreds of times.
Yeah. So the room ahead of you is blank and sparse. There is nothing there as if they moved the stuff away. There's like scratches on the ground as if they're moving heavy furniture. There's a large, gorgeous oak desk, too big to fit through the entrance. It sits kind of near the door, kind of cast aside in the residence exodus. Yeah, the rest of the apartment is bare. There's like a bed frame, but it's a very simple bed frame, but there's no mattress. And yeah, you can there's a window, you can look out. Kind of has a little bit of a balcony to it. Yeah, that's what this room is. So what do you guys do? Oh, is that the 4th test? Is that the grind? I think that's the grind now. So everyone loses their hungry and thirsty and become.
Okay. So Tyler, you have the water jug, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's all
No, I do.
or one of you has a jug. I don't know which one of you does or not.
I have a wineskin.
Yeah, I know, but someone has a jug full of water, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so we'll all drink out of the jug, and the jug will be empty. So we will all not be hungry and thirsty anymore.
It was full of wine, apparently. Cool.
Oh, well, okay. Well, it's still same difference. Your skins are still full of wine, so that's fine. I guess unless you want to be hungry and thirsty, that's fine.
No, we're a little.
How big is the bucket?
It's a jug. It's probably I don't know. I would
2 liters.
I would guess like a milk carton of wine.
4 liters of wine, and we all have the third of it.
Well, it's basically like the 3 of us split a bottle of wine.
It's not a bottle.
Bottles
it's a
of
jug.
wine.
It's a jug
Bottles
of
of
wine.
wine. Bottles of wine don't come in 3 and 4 liters. It's like 800 milliliters usually. We have all had We've all had our own private bottle of wine, essentially.
It's really not the case, but okay.
Yeah, so I guess you guys are in the apartment, the bear apartment, drinking drinking this liquid. They realized the march was kind of long to get to Crowthorne, and your thirst is satisfied. What do you guys do?
Okay. Hmm. Is there any way we can like lie in wait and see if we can ambush a pigman as he was coming by? Because you said there was some up here, right?
Yeah. So you're just gonna like wait to see what happens, sort of.
Yeah, and if a pigman comes down, tries to go back downstairs from upstairs, maybe we can kidnap him or something, or jump him while he's not expecting us.
Wait, should it lock the door so it doesn't look like we're in here?
No, I'm so we can just leave it open. So maybe if he comes to investigate why the door is open, we can jump him. Let's do that.
I like that plan.
Okay. After like what seems like a long time, the pigman kind of on the ground kind of comes up and speaks in kind of like a and while this is going on, periodically in like the apartment, kind of like one of the open doors of the apartment, you can kind of hear help me or whatever. But anyways, so as this is going on, the one of the pigmen that was like starting the fire is like, hey, I started the fire, come down and go slice off a piece of meat. And so like you hear like two sets of big heavy footprints kind of coming down the hall and going downstairs. If you like sneak a peek outside, one of them will kind of like rounds the corner, and if you like look out the balcony, he like is going with like a kind of big rusty kind of looking knife to the gibbet. Yeah, while the other guys kind of like go, and so now there's three of them kind of at the camp.
Okay, but sorry, I thought they were upstairs where we are. Did they not?
Yeah,
past us?
two people came past you. Did you
Okay,
want to
so
jump
they were
them?
together. No, I don't want to jump them if there's two of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so while they're down there busy eating, let's maybe continue exploring the upper level here. See if we can stay out of sight while they're busy eating or carving up meat and junk.
While we're waiting, we've never seen where that voice is coming from, right? We know the general direction it came from.
Yeah, it's like in one of the apartments. Yeah. Now, having heard one of the pigmen, it's not too much of a stretch that they're. It was like obviously kind of like gurgled a little and higher pitched, but it kind of sounds like one of them.
Cool.
Yeah, so you're just gonna go to the next apartments or whatever.
Yeah, just start looking through them while they're busy, eating dinner.
Okay. So as you like go, there's nothing but like a bit of kind of leftover junk, some rags. In one of the apartments, like you see like two kind of makeshift chairs and some rags kind of hung in the doorway and on the balcony railing to try to kind of obscure the vision a little, overlooking the marketplace in the well. This is where you see like one of the pigmen kind of like shake the gibbet and with his knife kind of like grab the guy's arm, bring it out, and like chop off his hand. And as he like kind of like smiles and laughs while he's doing it, and the guy like wakes up enough to scream and then like slumps over in the gibbet again, kind of like more pale and like in shock as the guy like takes I guess his hand and a little bit of his forearm to the other guys, laughing all the while.
That's gross. I thought that guy was dead for sure. and they were just making noises. But apparently he's still alive. That's very horrifying. But
I'm very uncomfortable.
well, he's not going to last much longer without an arm, so I doubt there's much we can do for him anyway. So let's.
So yeah, now this is about the time when like all four of them are like being rowdy and laughing by the fire. So you like walked around the guild house. In the other opened apartment, you find like kind of like in a pile some dented helmets.
How big are these
cool.
helmets?
It's like normal size, like humans if we may have worn them, but they're like
I'm gonna
battered
take
and
one.
bruised. And
I was going to say, can I put one on
uh,
that looks not destroyed?
they
How
all
much does it obscure the face?
They all kind of look destroyed. Corbusier, don't you have a sailor's hat on?
Yeah.
Okay, well, are you gonna like put it over your hat, or are you gonna?
I'll store my.
Also, wizards aren't proficient with armor. Also, the armor is broken. Could be salvaged, but
I mean,
Can I just pick it up anyways?
sure.
I'm just gonna carry it in my hand then.
I am proficient in armor, so I can put one on my head. Is that correct? Because I'm an elf, not a wizard.
Yeah, they'll have to be salvaged, the dents repaired, for them to sit
Okay,
right.
but I'll like put one on my head so
Yep.
that I can take it out. You know, even though it's destroyed or damaged, whatever. What should I put? Like damaged helmet?
Yeah.
You know, that way maybe we can repair it later.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same.
You note that the wood beams on many of the buildings are standing, and then the thatched roofs are definitely missing from the fire. Like if you're looking out from the balcony, looks like the other kind of hall building that was kind of half demolished is very similar in construction style as this one you're in, except that one was like ruined and caught on fire, and this one was just abandoned.
Okay. Is there anything else on this upper floor that's worth looking into, or have we looked at all the rooms up here?
Yeah, it's just a lot of just empty rooms. Like you like open doors, most of them are unlocked. The only one that was locked was the one that held the gorgeous looking big oak desk that doesn't quite fit through the doorway.
How did they get that in there? Anyway, well, maybe that's a treasure for another time. For now, I think maybe let's just wait here till they go to sleep, and then see if we can like kill them while they're sleeping. What do you guys think?
I can dig it.
All right.
Wait,
So this place, you said that
While
this
we wait-
area here is like obscured from view, right, Sean?
Yeah, it was
Because there's some stuff like hanging over the railing and stuff like that.
Yeah, it would be obscured from view from the marketplace. Yeah, it's definitely.
Oh, but not from the camp.
It's like obscured from view from the camp if you like close the door. But this is obviously like the lookout spot that from their lookout spot.
Right. No. Yeah. So they can see over their own camp, presumably. But like,
Yeah.
Okay, but like if two people like, okay, I see. Okay, we can just so let's like set up here and wait and see if they go to sleep.
How far away is that guy that's like getting his
He's in the square.
arms cut off? He's in
Uh,
the square.
yeah. So the guild hall kind of like sits on an angle, uh, kind of, and the tents are like behind the guild hall, kind of like in a little circle, like three little tents and like a little fire in the middle. And on the other side of the front facing part of the guild hall kind of faces onto the market square, and he's kind of like nearish to the guild hall, probably within 20 feet from the face of the guild hall on that side. He's like sitting in a cage. I guess if you were like looking, you can maybe see some like dark liquid dripping onto the ground.
So you said that this building is kind of like a motel, right? That's how you wanted us to imagine it.
The outside, yeah, like the upstairs, like with the way the stairs are constructed that kind of go up, and then each room has apartments, and then like stairs that go down on the other side.
Right.
The main.
Sorry. Okay. Yeah. And so, where does this railing face? Does it face the square?
Oh no, it faces the inside, kind of the back.
The inside of
like
what?
the balconies would face the square.
The balconies in the rooms.
Yeah, like if you open the little door, or like
Oh,
pull
okay.
aside the little curtain, you can like look out into the balcony. And so like that's where the rags were hanging on the balcony railing, and on the railing kind of overlooking the square, so they didn't like hide out, kind of like a sniper's
Right.
peek.
Okay. So, okay, I see. So the balconies are overlooking the square, but the entrance to the rooms is overlooking the camp.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
The railing is like not just like, like metal railing, it's like thick kind of it's like
Right. So the guild hall is
marble.
kind of like the second floor of the guild hall is kind of like so the back side is where all the doors are, and the front side is where all the balconies are, overlooking the square.
Yeah. And
Okay.
like the backside had like big kind of like open, kind of two double doors that kind of like lead into workspaces. And I guess you saw the front a little
Right.
bit, you would see like that there's also like kind of doors and the like on the front, possibly like whole sections would like open up, and you could probably like conduct like a smith
Right,
or
like a
something.
mark, yeah, or like a yeah. Okay, I understand. So like basically, you get into the guild hall from the back, and then you can open up the front to do business, and then you can close it and then come out the back, and that's like So they're out behind, so like they are where the doors are, and the front is where the balconies, and then there's another set of doors on the front, so that if you wanted to like open a shop or something. I just want to make sure I understand the layout of this place. Okay.
Yeah, and
So yeah,
across the market square, there's like an identical guild hall facing the
right,
market square, but like
right,
half
right,
of
right.
it's ruined, and it's not like the back half, it's like the right half, say, is ruined. The one closest to the gate is like
Okay.
crumbling, and you can kind of see like the apartments and like an open space, and you can kind of see like stairs that lead down into a basement.
On the other side, on the other one.
On the other one, like the other
Oh, okay.
identical guild hall.
Because we went up the stairs here and we didn't see anything like that, right?
Right, it's like in the building.
Oh, it's in the actual building. So
Yeah,
if we
'cause
explore
it's
the
like
main floor, we
it's
might
like
see the same
yeah, it's
thing.
like crumbling. It's like crumbled in, and you can see it from the building because there's no wall anymore, no roof.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, for now, let's camp out in this room and see if they go to, well, not literally camp, but like stake out this room and see if they go to sleep, or if we see any more of them or anything like that.
While we're waiting, like Corbusier said, these people gave like their souls, or they gave up something to be cursed. Can I see like any like symbols, or I'm considering these people like a cult? Like what? Who do they give their like soul to, or like, whatever?
Possibly a bigger, more powerful pig.
You look around, and yeah, that you note that like specifically there maybe should be something like that, but you note its lack of absence. There's no markers. There's no sigils anywhere. You actually like look on
Okay.
like one of them, and one of them's like wearing a helmet, and what could have been like a mark has been like scraped off.
I think
Great.
these guys are scavengers and mad.
That's interesting.
If
Cool.
only we had someone with a madness wise, but nobody like that could exist for sure.
Yeah, so like after like eating, I'm guessing like the yeah, I don't know, like it's probably getting in the like the sun's probably like coming right up because you got there like right at the morning, and like yeah, they're like going to bed. They're like hiding away in their
Oh,
tents.
right, because they're active at night. Got it. Okay, before I describe my next action, I wanted to say on the map, Sean, you have here be dragons. But it's off the edge of the coast. So do you mean like they're like krakens or leviathans, or do you like legitimately mean dragons?
I just wrote that for fun.
Oh, okay.
Maybe they're just large creatures that are similar to
I'm
dragons.
just wondering if they're like, are there like aqueous dragons, or would it be more like a kraken or something along those lines? I don't know. Anyway, sorry, I'm derailing. All right, so, well, I mean, they have gone to bed, so now would be a prime time to kill them in their sleep. What do you guys think?
How much was there again? There's
3 of them.
There's
Three?
4,
Oh, there was 4.
and
Oh, right, because there's
there's 3 tents.
one guy screaming.
okay. Do we notice which ones went into which tents?
Yeah, sure. Like one of them, the tent closest to you has a single person. The tent that's kind of closest to the break in the wall, kind of like in between the guild house wall and the regular wall, kind of near to here. That tent has 2 people, and then the furthest tent this way has a single person in it. Or no, yeah, yeah, I said it correctly.
What do you guys say we try and sneak into the tent with 2 of them, and that way, if we catch them off guard and can make short work of them, the other 2 will be easy enough to deal with.
How about we eliminate all except one?
Well, I mean, we might if we can get the first 2, then maybe we will. But it might be useful. You're right. It might be useful to press one of them for information, but let's make sure we're not outnumbered first. You know what I mean?
Not only press him for information, but if he ever finds his other pig friends, he can tell them the tale of us.
Yeah, it might be useful for them to know that this place is dangerous. But for now, let's just try and take care of these 2. What do you guys say?
Yeah, for sure. Let's do this.
Okay. So let's do that. I don't know what kind of test I should make, Sean, or is this like a conflict?
So I'm going to
Wait,
ask a couple questions
we
before
should make a plan.
Okay.
I'm just gonna ask a couple
Okay.
questions before, like, what you guys like, intent. So your intent is to go sneak into one of them and then murder him?
Yeah, the tent with 2 people and murder them both.
Okay. Okay. So what
So
were
that
you?
yeah.
Okay. So what were you saying, Roman?
We should make a plan to go up there. I think me and Corbusier should be together. Can you take care of the one? We can do it at the same time.
Or we could do that. Yeah, that's an interesting idea. But I don't know if they do wake up, I don't want to be outnumbered 2 to 1, right? But
No, because there's 3 tents. You take one
There's-
tent.
3 tents, yeah. But I like one of the tents. We know which one has 2 pigmen in it, so we should send 2 people to that tent.
Yeah. That's what I'm
Okay.
saying.
So I will take whichever one of you is least proficient in combat, and then I guess me and Tyler will go into one, and you can go to the other one with only 1 person, and me and Tyler will go to the one with 2, and then we'll like kill them at the same time.
Yeah. Let's
Okay.
do it.
Let's try that.
Hold
Right,
on,
Sean?
do we see any flowers anywhere? Like any weeds on the floor growing out? This is a ruined city, isn't it?
Yeah, but there's a lack, like if there is weeds, like you're obviously on like you're going from the second floor to the first floor, for one, and two, it's semi cobblestone and just trash everywhere. There's not really like plants that grow in the city, and even like outside the city in the smoking areas, there's like the grass was kind of like yellow and weedy, kind of looking, kind of like straining for life.
So I'm just looking for a flowering blossom. Maybe I could do an ethereal swarm.
Does the guy in the cage in front of the guild hall, does he look like he's passed out?
Yeah, he was like long ago passed out, and no, he was like
That
he was
dude is like 100% dead.
He was whimpering for a while, and then he just kind of like just stopped making any noise. So I guess we're gonna go with one test for all of this, and it'll be a scout test to sneak into their camp.
Okay, so I guess those guys, I guess you guys are technically helping, obviously, because you're involved, but I'll make the test.
Yeah, I'll help.
I'll also help.
Well, we've kind of explained both your roles in the plan already, so...
Yeah. I think if you have, like, Scout, or any of some of the helping ones for Scout, I think Corbusier might not be able to help on this test, but obviously they'll be able.
I'm just enthusiastic.
Okay, so he just won't donate a dice, but
he won't donate a dice, but he'll be in the plan, I guess.
Okay,
I'm enthusiastic about what you.
Wait, he has criminal.
Oh yeah, no, he can help with that, I think.
Wait, the Scout test is Scout, Pathfinder, and Hunter.
I have Hunter of 2.
That's true. He has Hunter.
Okay, yeah, he knows how to step quietly. Sure. Let's us.
All right.
Make this test. I am going to be rolling for the bigger group. So I'll be rolling 5 dice. Is the 4 dice plus a help.
Okay, I will
pop everything.
No. I will pop a persona. I'm going to leave it in the hands of fate, so I'm going to roll 5 dice as well.
Okay. You gonna use a trait for yourself or against yourself?
Yeah, use a trait for yourself.
Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Let me just check my.
Wait, what are our wises? Like all of us? I have heist wise.
I have wizard sight. No, a strange happenings wise.
Yeah, I'm gonna use calm. I'm gonna use calm for myself here, because obviously this is a good time to stay calm and quiet, breathe deeply, and make as little noise as possible. I've become attuned to the idea of taking life as part of my duties.
Can you use my wise to help him sort of way? In some.
You could use your wise instead of Scout to help him. Yeah.
Okay. But either one doesn't matter, right? As long as I have one, it helps.
Yeah. So I guess the differences are like kind of nuanced. If you offer help, it would help with a capital H. So if you have a certain condition, you can help someone. I think you can't help someone if you're afraid, but you could offer aid in the form of wises. Additionally, you need for a wise to change or to get a perk, you need to use it to help someone. They would have to have passed and also additionally at another time have failed their roll, and then used it 2 more times for yourself in the 2 different ways, and then you get a perk. That perk could be changing the wise to something else, or if you want to keep the wise the same, it is logging a test in advancement for the skill of your choice, kind of related to your wise.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, yeah, when you're helping, you can use your wise to help instead of using a skill to help, and that gets around if you're afraid.
Yeah.
Also, after a test, if it's failed, you can spend a fate, use your wise, and say,
not for helping.
"Oh, I got something wrong."
Not for
Was that
helping.
no, yeah, I could do that.
Yeah,
Right.
If you're just
I can do
helping
that,
and it marks failed, and you helped on that fail, you mark it, and that's one of the ways of the 4 ways to use a wise, essentially. If you use it in the 4 different ways,
Oh, okay.
you get a perk.
So it's better to use the wise to help if you can.
And unless like so this is why it's nuanced. If you have help die, if you have like the skill and a plethora of checks that you don't know what to use them for in camp, you can use the checks to log advancement with your skill you're using to help directly.
Oh, okay. Okay, so that makes sense.
Okay. So the question is yes. If you you don't have checks, so probably using a wise could be cool. Let's also lets you bring in some facts and say things about the world.
Okay, so if you're helping with a skill and the check fails, do you log a fail on that skill?
If you spend a check, you do.
Oh, okay.
You buy
All
it.
right, makes sense.
Oh.
Okay, I see. All right. Or I guess the same would work for a success. Okay.
Yep.
Anyway, I'm gonna roll dice now.
So you rolled 3 successes. I'm gonna roll
Do you want to spend your fate?
2
I
successes.
do not,
Okay.
because I succeeded.
So
thanks.
you sneak into their camp. You stand above them. Yeah, they didn't notice your you enter. The snores covered your footsteps. You like took a step every time they were breathing in. And yeah, what are you doing? Are you guys gonna commit a murder?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
So just describe what you guys are doing.
I'm watching.
No, you gotta kill a guy too.
I
Corbusier.
quickly and efficiently use my razor sharp dagger to slice their throats one after the other.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna grab my dagger and just stab the side of the neck and cover his mouth.
Gruesome. Yeah, that happens. You just dispatched
Pigman.
3 pigmen
All right.
in their sleep.
Free bacon.
If we get rid of them all, we can maybe use this camp for ourselves.
Yeah. There's still that other one we have to deal with.
That's
Should
true.
do that now.
All right. This time, let's try and not murder him. Just try and, capture him. Maybe it would be the right word. Like tie him up. I've got some rope, so.
All right. So you're sneaking into his camp as well.
Into his tent, yeah, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
try and tie him up.
I feel like not rolling again for this test. You just let it ride, and you can sneak your way in. The camp's
Okay.
a little quieter anyway, so it's a little your footfall's a little quieter. He's actually in a deeper sleep because he's no longer disturbed by his fellows' snores.
Cool.
Yeah. So you stand above him. What do you attempt to do? How's this go down?
Okay. Well, I have my rope. I'm gonna get the rope out, and I'm gonna direct Tyler and Steed to like hold him down, like by the neck and by the legs, and I'm gonna tie his arms behind his back.
I'll take his feet.
We should send him outside so he's not like in his tent.
What? How are we gonna do that?
You just pick him up, throw him outside.
We have to tie him up first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're
That's
looking
not
more
very-
intimidating and stuff.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just like thinking about whether or not this is a good idea. And yeah, I'm gonna say sure. Yeah, it is. As I decided it was just now.
Easier to hold someone down with 3 people than 1 person.
Yeah.
I have a quick question. For Wisdom of the Sages, I need to know the name of the sage of a. I need to know the true name of a sage that commands a language.
No, that's for how like when you were looking for the flower to cast the ethereal swarm.
Yeah.
That is so. Tyler, you've never played a Blizzard before. Let's explain the spells a little bit.
I
for
am
a
not
second.
really a wizard playing person. I'm sorry. I should have asked a lot of these questions before.
No, it's fine. So choose now which spell you want. You only get the 1 perk rest. You can't choose between the 2. So which one is it?
Between Ethereal Swarm or Wisdom of the Sages?
All of your 3, which one would you can cast this adventure phase? And you only get the one use.
Probably Wisdom of the Sages then.
Okay, so you get the Wisdom of Sages. If you acquire a piece of paper with the name of a sage and what language they like a long dead sage and the name of the language they spoke, you could use that just like how you use the flowers to get a bonus dice when you try to speak the language or speak languages.
So I gotta find.
It's not necessary in order to cast the spell. It just gives you bonus dice.
Okay.
And you only get the 1 spell per adventure phase that from your memory. If you have like a scroll, you can cast that. And then as kind of like a last ditch effort, I believe you can burn the spell out of your spell book like a scroll and cast it from there.
Okay.
But then you'll have to seek out your mentor and or go to his secret hidden library wherever he keeps his spells and rescribe the spells into your spell book.
Alrighty. So before I started the game, I had Wisdom of the Sages checked off from memory, so I did plan on using it.
Okay.
I'm thinking if I could try and speak to the pigmen.
You only need to speak to the pigmen in their language if they're speaking another language. If you were following along, they were speaking English the entire time.
Well, they were. I just want to know if
equivalent.
they know. Yeah, I just wonder if they have like a second tongue where I could like speak to them, so they'd be like, "Oh shit, he knows their language. I want to tell him more."
Maybe might be better to leave that ace in the hole.
Sounds good.
All right. So yeah, it's a good idea. He wasn't expecting to be just like jumped on and tied up. You have the like rope around his neck and like arm way before he even realizes what's happening, and you like are leaning on his legs and making it hard for him to grab up. So yeah, you tie him.
Wait a second. The rope's around his neck. Is he standing up?
No, he's sleeping.
Okay, I just don't want him to like hang himself to get out of this. Sorry to interrupt.
I'm just tying him up.
Yeah, so like long before he knows what's happening,
I'm not choking him to death.
he's hog tied.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, basically, yeah, his arms are tied together, his legs are tied together, and his arms are tied to his legs.
Okay, when you said his neck, I was fucking scared. I'm like, no, he's just gonna slip away to death.
Oh yeah, so he's like tied up. What do you guys do now? He's like yelling at you. He's like trying to like figure out what's going on. He's in like in a harsh voice. He's the one who like was cooking. And he's he's like struggling against the bonds. Free me! Oh, and he starts yelling. He's like yelling for his friends. Dolph, guys, come get these shooters! Oh, and he's like trying to kick at you, but he's like only moving very like. He's like straining the rope. You kind of hear the rope, but he's like.
Dolph can't hear you.
Nobody can hear you. You understand?
Only we can hear you.
And he like
so
looks at you with his human eyes. He just like silently looking at you. Well, go on.
Good.
Do it then. Kill me like you've killed my brothers.
Are they literally your brothers?
He gives you a pointed stare, but says nothing.
Let's leave that aside. There's no need for you to die. Like you've killed that poor man over there. But if you help me search for what I'm looking for, then no one else needs to die here, yourself included. I'm looking for a bow. A special bow. Now, I know you've torn this city to pieces for your own purposes. Have you come across one? Answer truthfully.
Okay, so you're trying to convince him that you'll spare his life in exchange for the bow?
Information. Yeah. Yeah, information about the bow, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's willing to make that deal. I'm just going to take a look just to see how easy or hard it is. I think it'll be obstacle, or not obstacle 2, sorry. It's going to be, I think it's going to be two dice I'm going to be rolling. It's going to be a persuader test, if you're truthful. If you're willing to let him go.
Okay.
Or it's going to be a manipulator if you're lying.
Sorry. I'll do a persuader test because I am willing to let him go, but I'd have to use beginner's luck.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just like, oh man, I'm like blind. Like I have notes down. Yeah. It's two dice for me. So yeah, I'm rolling 2 dice. So you're looking at beginner's luck?
Yeah.
So like so this is just like convincing him, let him go, kind of intimidating him that you have the upper hand. You can get help from anybody or not? Help is worth half because this is beginner's luck. So I think you round down. I can't remember what it is, if it's round down or up. Does anyone else know?
Not off the top of my head now.
I'm guessing round down.
Yeah, usually it's, well, I don't know what it usually would be. But.
I don't know. It's divide by 2. I think it's round down.
Well, I don't know. It's up to you guys if you want to help.
So what's your will?
4.
So you're only 2 dice, and if you need help,
Yeah, I'll help you out.
you'll need 2 helps. So what do you say to him, or do?
All I do is just start cleaning my dagger off his friend's blood. Just right in front of him. Just looking mad.
I mean, we are trying to convince him we'll let him go if he tells the truth. But then again, I guess
but if he doesn't tell the truth.
Yeah, then make the threat implicit. I see. We didn't say what we'd do if he didn't tell the truth, but the threat is implicit, I suppose.
Is Corbusier doing or saying anything?
I'm just watching. This is fucked up.
All right, so I guess we don't get a dice for help then, because. All right. You're rolling dice, Sean?
Yeah. That's one second. It's a tie. You can.
Okay, I'm going to
if you break
it against myself.
Against yourself? I think that's 2 checks.
I think you are correct. Okay, so what's firstborn again? That's like I'm ancient, right?
Yeah, that's like being an elf, like anything elf related, like the elf tropes. You can.
Well, as we all know, elves only tell the truth when it suits them. And he has the distinct impression that I'm just saying whatever I think, and I actually have contempt for him and will kill him at a moment's notice because I don't respect other races.
Okay. So he, in a harsh voice, he says, "Okay, I'll tell you." And he starts like kind of whispering a little bit. And if like any of you like lean close enough, he's gonna try to headbutt you.
I guess I should probably do it.
Yeah, he's gonna get headbutt. Yeah, it's not. He's not gonna tell you.
Ugh. Disgusting.
Yeah, I forgot to advance the grind. So the persuader, it's up one. It's not, the grind hasn't hit yet, but it's another 2 tests away.
Okay.
I turn to Alfwin. It's like, you believe this guy actually knows where your bow is?
Obviously, he doesn't.
So, why is he alive? And I grab my dagger and I'm just gonna just fucking cut into him, to stab him in the neck.
Gruesome again.
Hey, he had a choice. I was gonna let him go.
You did it. He didn't believe you. You said you didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess in the last moments of his life he'll have he'll be convinced he was right, whatever that's worth to him.
Yeah.
And after like that business is done, I'm gonna go back to the cage, check if that guy's still alive.
All right. Yeah. So you go back to the cage, and yeah, he's like not moving, sort of cold. Like
Is the cage locked?
how do you check?
It's a gibbet.
Yeah, it's
So,
locked.
yes.
He would be able to unlock it himself.
Yeah. Is he alive?
How hard do you check, and what do you do to check?
Yeah.
I just do the standard, just check his pulse. If he's like blue, or like I open his eyes, see if it's like moving or anything.
Yeah, you open his eyes. His eyes don't move. Like they don't move around, but his like pupils like involuntarily go like a little bit. You can see a little life. They're not like pale and lifeless. But he is definitely probably in a coma.
He's had his arm severed, I believe. Is he not like bled out?
Yeah, he's like in a blood loss induced coma. It's probably he's not like breathing normally either. He's not long for this world unless you
Does anyone
do
have
something.
blood transfusion wise?
Yeah.
Anyone know how to help him?
He's
He
as
might
good as
know
dead
something
like
about this
that.
camp, but he might know more about this camp and about your bow. Maybe they did take a bow and he saw it.
Can you heal a man who's had his arm severed?
No, I'm asking for help.
Well, neither can I. He's beyond our help now.
I grab a blanket and I just put it like over his body and just try to make it as most comfortable as I can for his passing.
Okay. Yeah.
On that cheery note,
Yeah, what do you guys do at camp? There's a bunch
let's
of
make camp.
There's a bunch of
What's in
orc
his
bodies.
pockets?
In whose
Yeah,
pockets?
I want to make camp here because these guys camped here, so there must be something worthwhile.
I'm gonna look for water. They must have water on them and refill my jug.
Well, that's what I mean, though. Like when I say make camp, like I want
Yeah.
to establish camp here.
Also, their food just died.
That's true, actually.
All right.
Maybe they had no food for this guy.
Let me set the ob for the camp. In the meanwhile, how is Corbusier feeling about this whole situation?
Well, initially I was on board, but now I'm just kind of queasy with all this killing. We just kind of came in and murdered 4 dudes.
Come on, they
No,
set a
he's
trap
he's
for
thinking
travelers. They're
He's
eating this
thinking and
person.
feeling. He's not saying.
Oh fuck!
I'm just feeling kind of queasy. It's like, yeah, murder's cool, but like, this was just slaughter. We just came in and killed 4 dudes in their sleep. Not cool.
3 dudes.
4 dudes. Technically 5 if we just count the food that just died in the other room.
No. The fourth
It
dude
was
was
3.
awake. The
We
fourth
gave
dude
that
was
other guy
awake.
a 10.
Yeah, like this is kind of lame. I mean, I'm all down for fighting and killing and doing the right thing, but 3 of them died in their sleep. I don't know. It's not cool. Not cool in the sense of like it was rude. Not cool in the sense of like what are we gonna do when we meet up with other townsfolk? Like, what'd you do? Oh, I killed 3 guys in their sleep. Lame.
They were pigmen. They were gonna eat us if they captured us.
No, I know. I'm not saying we didn't do the right thing. I'm just saying maybe could have browsed them and I don't know how cool. Whatever. It's all over now.
Okay, I was gonna talk, I guess, with you guys about your survivalist factors. I guess good question. So there is a well here, but there's no rope, and there's a bucket nearby. But there's this like rank smell coming from the well.
This is a urinal.
The tents themselves don't look like they would provide like concealment from any kind of inclement weather, or shelter from inclement weather, but they're mostly used for shelter for the sun. So like, where exactly are you setting camp? Are you using like the exact same spot they did? Are you and how are you looking for the water? Exactly.
Well, I'm just. I don't think like we have to go in the exact same spot. Like we could use the guild hall for shelter. Probably that seems like a better option because we've been through there. We know it's mostly, safe. That way we'd have a roof over our head and stuff like that. But we can like steal their like bedrolls and stuff if they're not too bloody. Like drag them into the building and make a shelter there. That's my plan anyway.
While I was looking at the camp, did it look like there was like more bedrolls than there were people at the time? Like maybe they have like a scouting party around the area that hasn't come back yet.
Not that you could tell. No, it looks like there was.
It was just the 4 people in the
4.
camp.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
As for water, like if the well is no good, which it smells like it isn't.
Pretty sure this is a urinal.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be then make it ob 2 or actually
Although wait, I can make this water good.
no, ob 1. It's ob 1.
What kind of test?
It's gonna be ob 1 survivalist test to set camp here. I'm giving you the shelter for free because it's a building. Of course, it's not concealed because other people could just go and look at it. It's like they
Yeah, that's
might.
true. But we can always do that ourselves.
Yeah.
At some point.
And also, I can purify this water. Doesn't matter if it's stinky.
All
Sorry,
right.
it was the survivalists.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
So you're talking about purifying water, Corbunzier or Bouzier. That's would be like a camp action that would require a test to purify some water.
Alrighty.
So that survival test is complete. Yeah, you set a decent camp. It definitely has shelter from any inclement weather. If anyone just checks the guild hall, it's probably cannot be, the whole hall can't be concealed, so they'll have to think of an ingenious way to conceal your camp if you ever decide to conceal it and it doesn't have a water source. But you get +1 on the making a camp table.
So that's what, 2d6 plus 1?
Yes.
Nine.
So a 9 is, hold on a sec. Town section. There's camp. Perfect. This sounds. It's not wilderness and it's not natural, so I'm gonna say it's dungeon. And it's definitely going to be okay. Dungeon. Or these are. Wait, what? It's weird. Oh well, I'll just say it's safe. Yeah. Yeah, safe camp. No additional penalties or anything for setting camp up. The grind resets to 1.
Okay. So I've got 3 checks. Sean, the calm using 4, is that per session or per camp cycle?
That's per session.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. That's what I thought, but I wanted to make sure. Okay. All right, so we've got 3 checks. I think we should maybe see if we can get water here somehow. So I'm going to So you said the well was no good, eh, Tyler?
Yeah, it's big stink. Very stinky water.
So maybe the groundwater's contaminated, so digging for a well probably won't work.
If we have fire, I could purify it.
That's true, like for now, but like if we're gonna, I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you think we should like make this be our base? Because it'll be very well sheltered if we can find a way to get good water.
I do, you know what? This reminds me of Firelink Shrine. I do like this.
But the trouble is, in the meantime, we don't have any water just now. So, Tyler, can you purify and refill our water jug?
Absolutely.
Okay, so maybe let's take a check and do that.
All right. So while I sit here and play with my things, I'll in fact be looking up the
Yeah, it's
odds.
okay. I'll move the checks, Sean. It's okay.
Oh, I was moving the markers from the token layer to the map layer. So the obstacle of this test is given in the ob section, which is right here. All right. So that's you're purifying with fire. That sounds like alchemy if I ever heard one. That sounds like an ob 1 alchemy test to purify
Boiling
some water.
What?
Technically, it's alchemy.
Why is that considered alchemy?
Because it is. You're purifying it with fire.
I guess I always associated alchemy with like converting one like material into another one, not necessarily just cleaning something. Not that I'm arguing the definition of the game. I'm just surprised that this is considered alchemy.
That's not the only thing you could purify with fire. It's one of the things.
Like flesh.
The human soul.
Yeah, so it's Ob 1, alchemy.
Hey, who's making that check?
Corbusier,
Corbusier.
because they said they were doing it. Yeah, so you purified enough water to, drink and fill your jugs and wineskin. But a little more than that.
I don't think we. Yeah, so I don't think we emptied the wineskins, luckily. So we just filled the jug. That's fine. We just have the one jug, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does the jug
That's fine.
look like?
It's like I don't know. I guess it's probably like it's just a
Like a growler?
jar. Yeah, basically, yeah. Actually, a growler might be pretty much exactly what it
It
looks
takes
like.
half my backpack.
Yeah, so like basically like a
Oh.
gallon jug would be, I would imagine, except made out of glass probably instead of plastic.
Oh, we could use it. We could like make music, do some bluegrass music with our jug.
Probably when it is empty, you could do that. Yes, that's good to keep in mind. I'm not even joking. You never know.
What if we got to charm somebody?
Okay. So you have two other checks you need to spend.
Yeah, we don't have to cure any conditions.
So just talk about what they're gonna do. I'm gonna just go to the bathroom. Seems like
Okay.
a perfect time to go.
Wait, should you pause your stream?
All right. I'm thinking I could make like a healing poultice. Maybe that might be a good use. And I want to get started on a map as well. But which one of you has cartographer? Does either of you?
Let me double check.
Definitely Corbusier.
I can make a map.
Okay. Is there anything you wanted to do, Steve?
No, we're good on conditions.
I've
The only we have 2 more checks, right? Because we used one check to
yeah.
do the water.
I'm going to use the other one, maybe make a healing poultice.
For afraid, or what's the easiest for poultice again? I think angry.
I think so, yeah. But then again, I probably have to like put it somewhere, and I don't think I have any space.
So what are you
Do any of
looking
you
at?
have any space? I'm making a healing poultice, but I don't have.
I filled up. I have 0 space.
I can
What?
carry it in one hand.
Oh, if you have a free hand, that'll do. Yeah.
About it.
Okay. Sean, I'm gonna try and make a healing poultice.
Okay.
Do I have to specify what it's for?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. And so basically, angry, afraid, exhausted, injured. Like it gets worse. It gets harder. Or-
It's not in that anger. It's not in that order at all.
Oh, okay. So how do I know which ones are easier or which ones are harder?
When I tell you, when you make one, I'll tell you the ob. And you know how hard it is.
Oh,
And you can write it down.
okay, fair enough. Well, I mean, I can cure angry and afraid by singing. So maybe I don't think a poultice would be that useful for those. But maybe, let's try exhausted. I'm gonna make a exhaustion poultice.
Okay, that's obstacle 1.
Okay. That's healer, I assume.
Yeah, it's healer test. So yeah, you may have noticed that I wrote down. Yeah, so you make up the poultice. It's some. What is the poultice? Like, how does it make someone not exhausted anymore? Is it like a sleepy time tea? Is it like a wake me up coffee?
Quite the opposite. Yeah, it has some strong herbs in it that you basically you apply it to your neck, and then the strong smell of the herbs will reinvigorate you. It's like a Vicks Vapor Rub.
It's like
basically.
Vicks Vapor Rub with caffeine, aromatic caffeine.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't know. Have you ever had like a I don't know, like some kind of oil, like mint oil or like tea tree oil? If you like smell it, it like makes you like shiver, basically like that, or like smelling salts or something.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
Ammonia.
you can, I guess, Court Bunzer could put that on their hand, and that's what they're holding in their hand. It's like in a leaf or something that you just like apply it to someone's neck.
Yeah.
One hand has a lantern, the other has a poultice.
Well, that's okay. You're no good in combat anyway.
Yeah, I'm kind of a willowy poet boy.
Okay. So there's one more check. I don't know what I was saying is
Yes.
I what I did is any skills that you guys had, I just kind of like pulled most of the what you guys could do in the form of actions and then put them in your character sheets. I don't know if you've been seeing them.
Yeah, I saw that.
Thank you.
Yeah, those are the things you are have training in, I guess.
I was gonna say we could make a map, but then I realized we could try making like a water catcher here, so we could have fresh water. I'm gonna. I made the poultice, so I can't do it. I guess, eh?
That's correct.
Okay, I can tell them my idea though, and one of the other ones can try and do it. So yeah, I'm basically thinking like up on the roof of the guild hall. If we can get up there, we can, or maybe just on the balcony, or on the on the banister there. We can like take these tents and like drape them over the railing and kind of like make like a whatchamacallit, like a ramp basically out of the cloth. And at the bottom of the ramp, we can put like the bucket from the well. And that way, if there's any fresh rainfall, it'll like pour into the bucket, and we can store the water there. So if we come back, we can have like a bucket full of water, fresh rainwater, rather than,
I mean, that just sounds like a good idea. Just like if it rains, you get a bucket full of fresh water. I mean, you don't.
Yeah, basically, and just like use the tent fabric and drape it over the wall.
Yeah.
And if we make like and later on we can improve it with if we can get like a tree and like hollow it out, we can make a trough, so that'd be better. But the bucket will work okay for now, I think.
Yeah. So yeah, capital G, good idea. You don't need a test for that. I think you just.
Okay, so we'll do that.
Doesn't
and then hopefully
seem
if it
hard.
rains, that way we don't. Yeah, that way if it rains, then we can just have water here instead of having to make a check to purify the water. And then maybe we can make like an evotranspiration trap later with a check. But yeah, we were gonna start on our map. So I guess Tyler, if you want to do that.
I'll get right on it.
All right. So you're mapping. What are you mapping?
I'm gonna map where we walked today, including our base.
All right.
Our new hot base of operations. Do we have a name for the base?
No, you can name it whatever you'd like on your map.
Yeah. What's the name? And also, what's the name of your group?
We're the Village Green Preservation Society.
We are not. We are. I guess we should say we're like the Questers of the Silver Seal.
How do you
Too
spell
long.
Preservation Society?
No,
No.
don't actually.
Preservation. Presever.
Steve, no, don't help him.
Yeah, I win. Preservation Society.
Oh well.
SOCIETI.
I mean,
It's in there now.
we are trying to restore Crowthorne, so
That's where it is.
are you gonna label?
You-
Are you gonna label all our camps like this, John?
No. Hopefully this is the only one you need. I don't know.
Well, I'd like one with more reliable access to water, but
Okay.
and maybe a little more hidden. But we can do that later.
Sure. Yeah. So mapping the areas you've walked in today, probably up until the next area. It's probably a few rooms. I'm gonna say it's ob 2. Few
All right.
features. Yeah, up 2.
A cartographer too. It's gonna be tricky. And just to be clear, we are no longer fresh, right?
That is correct.
Spending the fate.
So that's
50-50.
roll again. Is that right? Oh, that's only 1 dice. Yeah, there's some glitch that's happening. I don't want to reload my roll 20, but there's like this weird rolling thing that's been here the entire game from like the first time I looked at it dice. But it'll be fine. It's fine. Yeah, I'm
Guess
gonna.
Guess they spell link on the map.
No, you accidentally like smear some of like the blood on your hands because there it was just so much stabbing that was going on. You had some blood you didn't notice, and you spill it on. And you're like you have to like wipe it away, and so you like use your little knife to like wipe the parchment off to clear the ink and blood away. And you spent most of your time doing that, and it's like might as well map later.
I got you.
Oh well, that's fine.
Well, I decided to name our little base Domino Pavilion.
Okay, well I'll change that on the map later.
Alrighty. Well, what did you put on the map?
I have Village Green
Preservation
Preservation
Society.
Society.
I thought the name of the group, not the base. Dang it.
Well, it's Village Green Preservation Society Camp.
Okay, well that's who we are now, I guess.
Not a pigman camp anymore because all the pigmen are dead.
Can we?
Yeah, okay. So yeah, you've spent camp, exit camp. It's the whole, spend the day doing that. It's daytime now. Bodies are beginning to smell. I don't know how far you drag them away, or even if you drag them away.
Yeah.
You probably like camped upstairs, and they're just like downstairs. There's
Maybe we
definitely
dragged them away.
There's definitely like large footprints of like animals that has been like gnawing on them and like gone.
Maybe we should dig a hole.
I'd say
make
let's
us sick.
just drag them outside the walls so that they stop like rotting in our camp. Like out here or something like that.
But then they'll still stink out near our camp.
Yeah, but like they'll all be on the outside of the walls, and the animals will pick them over soon enough. I mean, unless you want to dig a nice deep grave, I'm not really in the mood for that.
We have time. We're just making camp, right?
No, camp's done. It's next day.
Yeah, no, this would be like the first action we take.
Oh, okay. Screw that then.
But
yeah.
I do think it's a good idea to get them out of the camp because we don't want to be attracting animals into our camp like wolves and junk. So
I'm gonna dig a hole when we get back though. But yeah,
for now, let's just drag them outside the walls and then we can.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's nothing saying we can't just make this our project for the day. But
Guys, free bacon.
okay, I'm gonna ignore that.
Okay.
Do you guys have laborer?
We're not. It's just cannibalism.
Pig men. It's not cannibal.
It's a half cannibalism.
Do any of you have
Don't eat the
laborer?
human part.
Wait, say it?
Do either of you have laborer? I assume this would be a laborer thing to drag the bodies outside the walls.
I have sailor. It's a kind of labor. I had to carry heavy things on a boat.
Not me.
All right, well,
We'll just 3 people carry one body.
I
Keep
guess
going.
so. We can do it. I mean, we can cooperate.
Alright, yeah, like the 3 of you, spend like a few, definitely a few moments dragging one body. You don't need to drag it very far. Maybe just around the Guildhall ruins.
Yeah, and,
When you see
on the outside of
like little red beady eyes from the other Guildhall ruins, as like the eyes of like some animal like darts into the I guess I should just call one the Guildhall and the other one the Guildhall ruins. Hold on a sec. There, one's good Guildhall, the other is Guildhall ruins. So yeah, you basically drag the body around the corner toward the hall, and you see beady eyes in the Guildhall ruins kind of like dart into the basement.
Did you see that? Sailor? Did you see that? Oh, what's your name? Corbusier.
Yeah.
Chris, what's your name? Mad Jack.
Yeah. From the
What?
name templates on the bottom of Roll20, go to the gear, change your name from Magic to.
That's in
Yeah.
the gear
Why is
play name.
Because you have it.
where's the
You have it on your character sheet as being correct, and you're probably
and I have it in the chat window as correct.
you probably clicked as Elfheim, but you need to go to like the.
No, yeah, that's what I did. Okay, that's weird.
So
Sorry, I had entered it, but I didn't hit save. That's why I was confused. Okay, sorry about that.
That is weird.
If my name is too long for you guys, you can just call me Corby.
It's okay. I've sat through enough design lectures to know how to say Corbusier. Okay. Did you see that animal? Did you catch what it was? Corbusier?
Did I? I didn't roll for it. It looked feral.
Do you think that's what was gnawing at these bodies overnight?
You know what? That's a fair wager. Although
Have a check and see if you can figure out if that's what it was.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Okay. Are you like looking at the bodies? Are you gonna go look at the animal?
I'm gonna look at the animal actually. It's not bodies, it just looks like mangled flesh. I don't know if I'm gonna glean much from it other than this shit's fucked. Sorry, pardon my language. It's very rude of me.
It's fine.
Okay, it's gonna be a scout test.
I don't know what babies are watching. What if like an infant clicked away from his Finger Family video and found our Twitch stream?
So it's going to be a scout test, obstacle 2, Corbusier.
Alrighty.
If you don't have scout, then you'll have to either do beginner's luck or make it a nature test, which would kind of be at risk of making you, become more of a lose a part of yourself, is the way nature depletion works.
I'm kind of an extra sailor, man. I don't know, like what would be lost? Would it just be my extravagance that be lost, or
Your humanity.
would I just become more like I'm just wondering, like, would I become more manic, or would I just be more like to myself?
I don't know. Anyway, so it's obstacle 2.
Can we help him,
It's up to him.
or do you want help?
I would like help, please.
So it's
Uh,
you go to get a better view, and it's like hiding in the shadows. You can't quite see what it is.
I'm just gonna.
Are you helping Roman?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with you and just like. Like I'm just gonna start smelling, like if it's like part of decay or something. Because if it was eating the bodies, maybe some of that smell got on it.
Okay.
I'm going to use Rangers of the Silver Seal wise. I've tracked animals of all kinds across hundreds of forests. If it's a natural beast, I'll know it by its tracks.
So are you helping?
Yes.
Okay. So are you using beginner's luck then?
Yes.
Or do you have scout? That's the question.
I'm using beginner's luck. I don't have scout.
Okay,
So we can't help him, right?
No,
It's one of those
anybody
wises.
anybody could help with beginner's luck. You don't even need the skill. You could just help with health because it's a health test. So what is your health at, I guess?
Is it health?
Yeah, so click on the beginner's luck macro, and then add in your health stat plus 1 for Roman's help, and I think you either gives you to the next window. Hold on, actually, let me test this out.
All right. I'm just curious because it says will here for scout, not health.
Oh, then it's will, but yeah, sorry.
It's all good.
Don't you have an instinct to do this, basically? Isn't this your instinct?
To assess danger when presented with a threat.
Oh, then they can't help. Sorry. Then you do it by yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought that's why you were doing it, because like it's your instinct, so you don't have to use a check. Like, you don't have
You know
to,
what?
it doesn't count
You know
against the
what's also-
grind.
No, it's true. But you know what? It's always my instinct to ask my friends for help. It's always, you know, it may not be my instinct, but it's always a good thing to do.
Okay. But you can help with aid, so sorry about that.
It's all good. What's the
It's gonna be obtu. Actually, I'm gonna be rolling 2 dice. That's what I'm gonna do. I decided that I'm rolling 2 dice. It's not an ob. It's 2 dice. So, yeah.
I'm just getting a lot of 6s today. I like this.
You rolled 8 dice. Is that?
That doesn't make sense. I'm sorry. I don't know what I did wrong.
Probably the plus sign. So just write in. Just do the math yourself. So your will plus 1, or no. So in the first section, write in your will. In the next section, just write 1 for the wise. So you go through beginner's luck. It's like the first thing, purpose of the test. Enter, it says enter will rating. So enter your will rating. And the next section, just put 1 because it's helping the wise and it's not halved. And then, yeah.
All right, so I choose. said animal. So I just put my
5. Your will is 5, so put
Not really.
5.
So under beginner's luck is scout, then the purpose, then write 5, then submit, then write 1, then submit, then write 0, then submit.
That's why I messed up last time. I just put 5 twice by accident.
Okay.
Curse my fakeless hands.
All right. Yeah.
Make sure you mark your success.
You
Woo!
recognize it as a giant rat.
Oh, it's a rat, everyone. It's gross.
You know that these giant rats are like dog size. You know that they like to travel in packs. Where there's one, there's often more than one. They're natural survivors and devour of dead flesh and the like.
Ugh.
They often carry disease.
Well,
Bury these bodies before we.
Let's
Furthermore,
hide these
think it would be a
bodies.
much better idea, because I want to search that guild hall, if we give the rat something to chew on while we're there, so it wouldn't bother us. New plan. Let's drag one of these bodies over to that guild hall and throw it down for the rats to have at while we search the guild hall.
It's a good idea.
I'm going to do that.
Okay.
If you guys want to help me drag the body, that is.
I'll help you.
Yep, me too.
Yeah, I think dragging it body and then chucking it into a pit sounds hard to do. You barely made any progress last time as well. So this is going to be labor test. Obstacle bodies. I don't know. Let me look at it up.
I don't have labor, so I will.
So Roman, is this the first time you've been moving bodies?
Yeah, I probably moved drunk bodies and to get them off like places I didn't want them to, but that's about it.
So this is going to be obstacle 2, by the way.
Okay. Oh wait, are we fresh?
No, you gained hungry and thirsty.
We become fresh when
And
we
then you
go
drank
to
the jug.
town.
So yeah, go to town with some treasure.
You have to go back.
You'll get fresh
right.
again.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe we should do a trade against us so we get a check.
Maybe.
Having
Let me
one
just,
just
I
in
need
case.
to get. I'm just gonna do this for now. We'll see. Sorry, it was 2.
Yeah, it's obstacle 2. Oof. Alright. Yeah, you like lug the body, dragging it. It's like leaving marks in the muck. Yeah, you chuck it down and it like you hear like some squeaking and like it's like you hear like a kind of wet gnawing coming from the basement.
It is Labor Day after all.
Let's turn.
So for beginner's luck to go to 2, you need any 3, right?
So what is your nature?
My nature?
Yeah,
oh, it's 4.
So you'll need
So you
4.
need 4. I need 4 checks. Okay, got it.
Yeah, any
To get
4.
a new one.
To unlock it, you just
Yeah.
need to attempt it 4 times.
And then it opens at 2, right?
Yeah, it'll open at 2.
Okay, and then for upgrading it, you need to match the number of passes that is the number of the skill, and 1 less fail. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right. Well, let's explore this guild hall now that the rats are preoccupied.
Okay. So the guild hall is ruined, and its storeroom it's like apartments mostly like caved in. There's only like maybe 1.5 apartments. The main floor is barely there. But there's like a cellar in one of the storerooms. It goes down to the stairs. There's stairs that go down. But it's kind of dark down there, and you hear like these wet kind of noises of eating. So what floor are you going to, and what are you gonna do?
Let's go to the 2nd floor and work our way down. Just looking for any clue that might, anything that looks bow-like.
Okay.
Like, because I know it was in the guild hall, right? That's where it was last seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is the guild hall, so.
Yep. There's
Either it's going to be here, or there might be some information about, if there's maybe a purchase record, or a ledger that or a manifest or something like that.
Yep. It's one of the 2 guild halls.
Yeah, I guess we could I guess now that I think about it, we didn't thoroughly search the other one either, but that's okay.
You're up in the 2nd floor apartments. Yeah, are very, very sparse, kind of like decayed. Looks like there was a fire here also. The stairs themselves are mostly good condition because they're made of stone. But the apartments, they're like the walls between kind of destroyed. There's scratches on the wooden frame and doors as if like claws have been like kind of like large cat scratches, like something's been sharpening its claws here. There's various droppings in the corners, and there's rubble strewn about. So, do you search this floor further, or do you go downstairs?
So you said there was how big are these cat scratches? Are we talking like a bobcat or a tiger or what? Or like a house cat?
I don't know, like bigger than a house cat, but probably not bigger. How big are bobcats? Probably not that big.
Like a lynx, yeah, or like a medium-sized cat, basically.
Maybe that
bigger
size.
than a house cat.
Maybe that size, yeah.
Maybe they're just like rat scratches.
I'm probably
crazy. That's a good
but
point. That could just be rats. That's true.
I'm probably crazy, but I feel like I've seen a bobcat outside my apartment. It might have just been a big dog, but it looked weird when I saw it.
I think they're just rats, because these rats are dog size, so they're huge.
Well, what kind of dog? Like a bull mastiff, or like a little pit bull?
Like a large
Maybe bigger
dog?
than a pit bull. Yeah.
Not like the largest ones?
So like a double dire wolf.
Nah, man.
Maybe not that big.
So
That's
are
huge.
Are you continuing the search up here, or are you heading downstairs?
Let's head downstairs. We can go through a more thorough search later if we don't turn up anything.
All right. So most of this floor, is like filled with the floor above it, kind of collapsed in on it, and it's kind of like hanging on a weird way. It's definitely like storehouses. This one looks like more, whereas the other one may have been like more of like a storehouse and general goods or something. This one's definitely like part of the downstairs is like is dedicated to like a smithy. Another part is like dedicated to like like barrel making or something like that. Of the big large storeroom, and it's like kind of it should have been like quartered off with like walls, but those walls were made of wood, and so they too uh, have been um, burnt out. So how are you like? I'm just saying that the floor is kind of shit to walk on. What are you doing? What are you guys doing?
Let's, I guess, just pick through the rubble, being careful not to like roll our ankles. Again, looking for the same thing. Something like a quiver or that could contain a bow, or any documents that might have indicated where it is.
All right, so who's all going helping? Are you guys all helping?
I'm gonna help.
Yeah. Well, while I'm picking through the rubble, I'm like, so how exactly does this bow look? Have you ever seen this bow before?
So this is when you hear a crack, and as the floor starts to collapse. This is going to be a health test ob 2.
Ah,
What's wrong?
for everybody or just
Everybody.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Everyone.
Who could have guessed that this collapsed-in building might have some unsteady structure? Who could have predicted this? Not me, certainly.
Okay. So yeah, it's ob 2. It's health, and I don't know. Yep. Everyone has to make it. So this is kind of like it's kind of like one of the 3 things that can advance the grind. There's one is like making a single test, one is making a conflict, and then one is making like a group test where everyone has to make one test exactly
Is
the same.
this sorry, ob 2 you said?
Yeah, it's obstacle 2.
Wait, but it just counts as one grind, though, right?
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I was
one
saying.
move for all of us because it was sprung upon us.
I see one
So we
test, but there
passed?
needs to be 2 more tests.
Oh,
Everyone
fuck.
has to make one. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I forgot to write the ob in. Sorry.
That's okay.
That's all right.
Your health's 5?
Yeah. Oh, wrong number. Sorry, I was going off of will and nature. Sorry, please ignore my die roll.
Yeah, I was like, are you a wizard? I mean, I was just surprised because you're playing not an atypical wizard. You could have had an ob 5. Yeah, but
There we go. That's more appropriate. My willowy poet man body. is hurt probably.
Okay, yeah. So you as Roman was like being like, what are we looking for? Uh, yeah. Corbunzer was like, huh? Here's a crack, and then he just like disappears into the into the basement. It's like, woof. Yeah. So all around you, Corbunzer is kind of like dark. It's very like dark. Only some parts are kind of lit. So you can barely make out the things around you.
I know.
So what do you guys do now? Corbunzer fell into the basement.
I'm gonna yell up, "Hello, you guys still there?"
Hold
Yeah,
on.
yeah, we're gonna find a way down.
Well, either that or we can just haul him back up. But no, let's just take the stairs down there.
Stairs are good. I
The
recommend you
rats
take
have
the
a corpse
stairs.
to chew on. They'll be fine.
Okay. So you make your way down the kind of cellar. Um, and yeah, it's really dark, and you can kind of see like a couple of rats, maybe like 3 or 4 rats, just like going to town on that body you hucked there. And they like look up from their thing and like give you hiss at you, kind of like ah, kind of hissy, screechy kind of noise.
Oh, I don't like this.
Um, so yeah, you're in the basement. Can't really see much. It's too dark.
My lantern, okay?
Yeah, your lantern's fine.
I'm gonna light the lantern. No, I'm gonna leave it off. I don't want them to draw attention to me.
Okay. So yeah, Roman and Elfwin are now in the basement as well. You can kind of see Corbin standing there, getting lit up from above from the hole that he made in the floor. Half the basement is lit up, and that half like kind of just looks like a kind of like a it's like a dirt packed floor, and like stones have been piled up along the sides to form like a foundation of sorts. Um, there's like barrels uh along the in the basement bottom.
Can I see down the stairs?
Pardon?
Can I see down the stairs?
No, you're downstairs.
Oh, I thought you were describing another set of stairs. Sorry.
No. I'm describing. I said that Elfin and Roman are down the stairs or whatever. Like that they see the
Gotcha.
rats and they see you. So what do you
My
guys
bad.
do?
Are they? Sorry, are they not just eating the body? I
They're
thought
like
they
they're
were.
like looking at you, like hissing at you to like keep you away from the body.
Well, that's fine. I have no intention of getting anywhere near the body. You all right? I say to Roman or to Corbusier.
I'm all right. I've gotten in the basements in better ways before.
All right. Well, while we're down here, we may as well have a look around. Keep your distance from the rats.
Sounds good.
So yeah, the basement holds a bunch of like odds and ends. But there's like a large armoire. It's like unfinished and it's locked.
Hey, Roman, can you get this open?
Will do. Oh, what's the odd?
So the armoire, to unlock the armoire, it's an OB1 criminal test. Wait, did I say that out loud? I don't know if I pressed it.
You did.
Okay. I don't know, I'm like disassociating from the push to talk. Like, am I touching things? Like, I don't know. It's a weird moment there. Jeez. Okay. So yeah, it's ob 1 criminal.
Can you help me in some sort of way? I'll take help if you're good at somehow helping
Hold
me
on.
open this lock.
Whisper, whisper. Corbusier has criminal too. Whisper, whisper.
Yeah, I don't think it. Yeah, hold on. I don't think I have anything that can help, but let me check.
Scout? Scout and Scholar help.
Not criminal though.
And also criminal.
I'll give you a hand.
I have scholar, I think.
I keep forgetting I have criminal
Why do you have that?
because I was a sailor and I had to do some criminal stuff.
Oh, okay. No, I'm familiar with a wide variety of complicated mechanical devices. I've read up on them. I don't usually use them, but occasionally we come across, makes, particularly complicated things. So I've read a few treatises on locks and the like.
You should tell me about those later. Wait, can you even help me, Corbusier?
I could.
We're not together though.
We're not together. We're
I
not
thought you
dating.
fell down.
I actually
No, I
think
thought you
that
fell down.
sorry, I actually think that scholar is a suggested help, but it's suggested for some of the other uses that criminal could be used for, which is forging documents. So I don't think it could be helped
Yeah, that
picking
makes
a lock.
I could like kick the door. Maybe that'll help.
So yeah, you have criminal, so you know how to pick locks too, like Corbusier. Like you can just describe
Yeah.
yourself helping. So how?
After being frustrated for a couple minutes trying to open the lock, I kick it.
You're not opening the lock, you're helping.
That's how I help.
Okay. So that's I would say that counts. Sure.
Well, it's like when people open the locks in high schools where with their shoe.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that works. Mostly because like you're like trying to get the thing and the pin wasn't like getting it lining up right, and he just like kicks the door and like it made like the stuck pin like move and then like the lock twisted.
Follow those locks, man.
I'm like, thanks? Felt like I had it, but
I'm
okay,
a
thank
man
you.
of- I'm good
Yeah.
at many things.
So in the armoire in the basement, there is a chest and a wheel of cheese, a small sack. Yep, that's what you see. You see a chest, a wheel of cheese, and a small sack.
What's in the sack?
Nothing. It's just like folded up.
Oh, nice. You have another sack.
What's in the chest?
So yeah, the chest is like this large wooden kind of like oak thing. It's also kind of like roughly unfinished. It's someone who's opening it.
I'll open it.
Wait, the thing might be trapped.
Actually, hey, that's a good point. I just think it's weird to put a trap inside of another trap.
No, the door was just locked.
No, the wheel of cheese. For all you know, it could have spoiled. It's not good for you. If you ate it, you could have died.
All right, it's not a sec. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So you guys are hungry and thirsty, by the way. And so what are you guys doing?
I give the guys.
Alright, yeah. Let's all drink from the jug.
Jug time.
Before taking another action, we will all drink from the jug.
Grind a clock, boys. Line up at the jug.
That's a good one. Good one. Yeah. All right. So what do you guys? So you guys all drink from the jug. The rats have stopped like kind of hissing at you. They're kind of like content that you're not doing anything. They're like instead of like eating with their backs to you, they are eating like with the body in between you and them. So they're like constantly looking at you and like they're like stealing bits of flesh and like going and hiding a little bit more into the shadows.
Fine by me. That's easier food than we are, and as long as that stays that way, they have no reason to bother us.
Can we domesticate the rats?
Let's get into this chest first.
So
A pet rat would be.
So the wheel of cheese, if you take it, is pack 3.
Put it in the sack.
The sack is only a small sack, so it only has pack 2. Yeah, and the chest is like large. It would be a labor test to move it.
Let's get the chest open.
Is it locked?
Yeah.
Is it?
So you opening it?
Yes.
I would like to open it, please. Although I will turn it on its.
Pardon?
Tyler, you cut out halfway through.
Oh, it's this darn thing. Hold up. All right, how about we just knock the chest over and then let the door like open onto the floor? If there's a trap, it'll just shoot out away from us.
I mean, you're the expert.
Well, assuming it's a trap, right?
I don't know. Is there a trap?
I'm not taking the risk if it is. So that's why I'm saying that.
You could like check to see if there is one.
I could check for a trap. I'm just thinking to the quick thinking on my feet that I used to do.
Well, if you want, I mean, I don't want to mess with it because you know you're saying that there's traps. You guys are the ones who open locks, not me. I don't know.
So what are you doing? You're asking
Are
questions.
you gonna open it or not?
Are you gonna push it over? Describe
what are you
yourself.
gonna
Do
If
something.
you don't want to do anything, then I will do it. Yeah, just
I'm
do something.
gonna push it over and then open it.
Okay, so you're like pushing it over. You
Pushing
said
it over how?
you said like
What
tipping
does
it
that even
over. You said tipping it over to like have it open on the ground.
Yeah, so like when the door opens, the top of the door just hits the floor. So anything inside will just roll out.
So what you're saying is you're tipping it onto its like face and then opening it from the side or something?
No.
Then
You know, can I just check it for traps instead?
okay. I just want to
That's
know.
weird.
I don't know what you're doing exactly.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're trying to say you're doing.
You need
it doesn't
to
make any sense. Opening it? Are you tipping it onto the floor?
Well,
Are
it's
you
like, well, it's like
are you
ideally I'd
knocking
want
it
to
off
just
of the shelf? Are
like
you?
paint a word
Is it on
video
a
in my
shelf?
mind. It's like
It's in a wardrobe that
it's like in an
that Steve
armoire.
just opened.
take it out of the wardrobe. I'll kick it so it goes onto its back, and then the door we can open it from the door when it's on its back.
Okay, but on its back, like, do you mean like it's a chest, so it opens on the top?
Yeah,
Right?
the
So,
top will hit the floor then. When
But then you
open
can't
it.
open it because the top's on the floor.
No. When you open it, the top will then be on the floor. It's like
Okay, I see.
yeah. That way, if there's like a dart or something inside, it'll shoot away from us. I've had to knock over several barrels before just to see if there's people inside. I ain't checking it the classic way.
So how does this? So describe how it
People hiding in
opens.
places they shouldn't be.
Just like you unlatch the latch and then put the top out, but then how is that different than opening it the front way? This is besides the point. So you're opening it then, right?
I'm just gonna open it. Yeah.
Okay. This is going to be an ob2 health test as a needle
All right.
by the latch springs out and hits your hand.
That was Ob 2, right?
Yep, ob2. Nice. You like a whoosh of like kind of like when you stand up too fast kind of hits you and like you almost like fall down, but you're fine. The latch falls away and you're able to open the chest. Inside the chest, there is. Hold on a sec. There is a little just like kind of there's a pile of copper coins. There is a rolled scroll there, and yeah, that's all there's in the chest. There's a rolled up scroll and copper coins.
Oh, what's the scroll say?
You open it and you read the scroll. It kind of lists out a spell that kind of tells you how to force people to be your friend.
What are you trying to say?
Thread of friendship. It's like a charm spell.
Oh.
Yeah. And there's also a blanket kind of folded up in there.
I can take the blanket out.
Okay. So you took the blanket out. So this is when you start hearing like kind of a dragging noise as like the giant rats are like dragging the body like under the stairs as like the sun kind of like goes over. I guess question is how long do you guys want to play for? Do you want to play for a little longer or do you guys want to wrap up?
I'm down to play a little bit longer if everyone else is.
Take in mind that the wrap up's like, I don't know, 20 minutes or 15 to 20 minutes.
Good point.
Doesn't matter to me.
Push it, talk. Whisper, Steve.
Yeah, can we end now?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Sure. Sounds good.
So yeah, now we just do our wrap up, which is see if we get rewarded for your beliefs, instincts, and goals. So Elfwin, can you go through your beliefs, instincts, and goals and see if you hit them?
Okay, so my belief is the forest is ruined and it's everyone's responsibility. I haven't really, acted directly in the forest because we've been exploring this dungeon. So, I don't think so. But
You took care of the
goal,
pigmen. They were unnatural.
I guess that's true. I don't know. It's. I guess I'll leave that up to Sean, whatever he thinks.
For what? Sorry, I was writing stuff down.
Were the pigmen unnatural enough that destroying them is sufficient to fulfill my belief that the forest is in ruin and it's everyone's responsibility?
Yeah. I mean, also like you're, searching for.
That's true, but like
you're on your quest.
If
too.
I didn't do anything, yeah, but like if I didn't do anything proactive to further my quest, then I just didn't know if that qualified as proactive enough. Okay.
I
My
think
goal
so.
is to find the bow in the ruins of Crowthorn. I did not succeed, but I did make some progress.
So that's fate for that. And so it's fate for your belief, fate for working toward a goal.
And my instinct is to always blaze a new trail, which I did not do because we've been in the town. So
yeah, just
maybe
like in the ruin.
yeah, I should maybe have like a more dungeoneering instinct for next time if we're gonna explore the town some more.
Yeah, last time we started a little ways away from town, but this time I wanted to start right in the action. So maybe
Yeah,
that.
that's okay. Next time I'll have a more dungeoneering instinct and I'll be able to trigger it a little more often.
Okay. Roman. Leaping skull.
Belief. The function of the people is to rise against suffering. I was helping that guy as much as I could, even though he was like comaed and then dying. I was helping his suffering.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. Compassion. You're sure compassionate. Why not? It's up to you. Do you do that action only because of the belief? Because you're a good person?
I tried to be a good person. But
Sure.
I don't care about people that are bad people. No, I'm bad people. Like, I feel like I'm ruthless to people who don't deserve it, kind of.
Okay.
I try my best for like people like me. Goal to make it across Thorn. There should have been a better goal. I thought we were gonna go to like slowly make our way to Crowthorn. I didn't know we were gonna start at Crowthorn.
Like last time.
That's why I made that goal. Yeah, I don't know. So I don't think I should have got this, but technically I got to Crowthorn.
Let's split the difference and give you a fate.
Okay, I'll make a better goal next time.
Yeah.
Instinct, retreat to camp when in danger. I didn't do that because this is our camp, and I had no way to activate that instinct.
Okay. So that sounds like 2 fate. Corbusier.
All right, my belief is glory above honor. My goal was to find my crew, which was not the best. I think it was a good establishing goal just for session 1, but I think going forward I'll probably change that. Although I am curious, like, how should I rate my goals going forward in terms of like short-term gain?
Always do short term. You'll never get it.
Well, now that we have an establishing session now, I feel like I can have a better sense of short-term goals going forward. And my instinct is always assess the danger when presented with a threat.
Okay, yeah, you did that. So it sounds like you got your instinct, which is fate. And what was your belief? Glory above all else?
Glory above honor.
Oh, above honor. Did you think that? Did you do actions that you would maybe other eyes wouldn't have if you didn't have that belief?
I want to say abstaining from the killing was my way of just not. I didn't see it as glorious. It was kind of a not glorious thing to do. I don't know if that counts though. Although I think that made me aware of like what my limits are. I don't think that counts though.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if you murdered them, you're like, I really don't like murdering them, but the story is we killed them. I'm just gonna do the dishonorable thing and get the glory of killing them. So maybe yeah, I don't know. I don't think that works. So 1 fate for you then.
Okay. Just from the instinct?
Yeah, just from the instinct.
Gotcha.
So now the group rewards is
Wait, I got a question first.
MVP.
For the belief.
RP. Yeah.
You asked if I did it because did you just do that because that was your belief? Isn't that how we're supposed to play the game?
Yeah. But if you don't write them down and you don't act toward them, you don't get rewarded.
Yeah, so yeah, that's why I was saving that guy, because that was my belief.
Yeah, I gave you. I think that you answered that it was so. So I gave you the reward. So 2 fate.
Okay. Yeah, I was just asking that.
Yeah, no problem. That's basically I'm asking, did you yeah, did you do the thing to get rewarded in a slightly different way? So there's MVP, RP, and is it team worker? Is the other word?
Yeah, it was team worker.
Okay, yeah. So MVP is the one person who made the big roll. Team worker is the right skill, right time, it's the workhorse of the party, and RP is the kind of like funny voice, always bringing in their uh, conditions into play. Which reminds me, is you guys did you guys drink water in the basement or not?
We did.
We
We
did,
did.
yeah.
Okay.
We all sipped from the hydrogen nectar that was from the jug.
I took off the jug water.
Okay, perfect.
Suck that growler nip.
Yeah. All right, so we'll go through, I guess, MVP. Who do you nominate for MVP and why?
I'm gonna say team leader Elfwin.
Sorry, is this
Yeah.
for role playing?
No, this is for MVP.
MVP, most valuable
I
player.
I would say Alfwin, just because he had very good ideas. And was able to push the story forward as cleanly as
He's like a
safely
good
as
captain.
possible.
Oh, captain, my captain.
All right, I'll say that's fair. I think the reason if you want to award the MVP to him next time, it better not be just because he's the team leader and pushing the story forward. But yeah, Alfwin can get it. Persona.
No, we're
Hey.
gonna game the system. He's gonna get MVP every time because he's the leader. We have to
Sorry,
guarantee
what's
points.
the
No,
what is
just
what's
change the nomination. So you got MVP,
What's,
and it's one
what's the
persona.
reward for that?
One
Okay.
persona point. So now we'll go for team worker. So this is kind of right skill, right time. It cannot be the MVP.
I think Roman is the next character.
Actually, can we go back in time? I don't know. Cause we awarded Chris, but like that massive roll at the beginning of the game, that scout test that Corbunzer did to spot the ambush.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's true.
Like
Maybe you're right. I forgot about that.
completely changed how the game was gonna be, I think.
I agree. So we should give it to you instead. That's a big role.
Oh,
We
thank
can't
you.
let that go unacknowledged. So you get the fate instead.
It's a persona
thank
point.
you.
Oh, sorry, you get the persona instead. Yeah.
Yeah, because that was big. That was huge, and I think yeah, it was kind of hard to do it also untrained. So that's
Oh yeah, that was a beginner test. Very beginner's luck.
mhm.
Yeah,
Anyway, I still say Roman for the
Teamwork.
right role, right time.
yeah.
Yeah,
All we're
these
doing
he
is
was always-
pick locking.
He helped on basically every single test that we made.
yeah he helped all the time. Yeah, it had the skill to pick locks.
He's a good criminal.
Scout.
A
Had
smooth
pack mule.
smooth back. Gave everyone water when they needed to make sure they stayed
Well,
hydrated.
water. You get water.
I would say you're a smooth criminal.
All right,
Is that a fate?
that's a persona point for the team.
Cool. Thank you.
So RP rewards. So this could be rewarded to 2 people. But this is just like effective characterization of your character. Who do we think?
Alfwine, because he kept saying like random elf things. I don't think I roleplayed enough. I was trying to act jaded / thing, but I don't think I did enough. Corpuzio did that thing where he opted out of killing people. That was pretty roleplay.
Please note, I did not look at you with approval. I just looked at you and thinking it was lame.
Yeah, I'm gonna say give it to Alf win then, yeah, for his nice elf facts throughout the session. Yeah. Okay. I think.
And that's in Persona too, right? Just everything's Persona.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Yeah, so that concludes the adventure. Thanks for joining session 1. I'm your host, Sean. How do I stop the stream?
I think everyone should get a Persona point just for not having a heated gamer moment.
Oh, wait,
Stop streaming.
wait, one more time before we stop. What's
Oh, yeah.
what's the name of the session gonna be?
Oh yeah.
Pigs. We got a new camp.
Pigs in a blanket.
Rats.
Animal harm.
We got the Preservation Society camp. Looking for a bow.
Something to do with pigmen, right? We gotta do something with pigmen.
3 little piggies. 4 little
Pig-
piggies.
pig-
There were
camp
4
rat.
though.
But there's 4.
Pig-
Like 4 little piggies?
Pig. We could do pig camp rat basement.
Pig camp rat basement. Yeah, okay, sure.
Is that our one? Is that what
I
we're
don't
gonna call
know.
it?
I kind of like it because it's just ridiculous.
I'm gonna go pig, camp, rat basement, rat. All
It's like a
different
tone
words.
poem.
Basement. I'm gonna capitalize the first letter and have one space in between.
Big piggy toes.
It's a summary of the entire session. Pig, camp, rat, basement.
You can't not know what happened now. This should intrigue new viewers.
All right. Thanks for playing. I'm gonna.
All right.
Beautiful.